Here's a small fact. You're going to die. Of course, an introduction, a beginning. Where are my manners? It's just a small story, really, about, among other things, a girl, some words, an accordionist, some fanatical Germans, a Jewish fist fighter, and quite a lot of thievery. This is Des Daily Gossip! And today, our guest star is the famous book thief, Lisa Babington! Welcome to the show. Great to have you. It's almost yellow.
Guten Tag. Death?
Yep. Well, Lisa, you've been through a lot, haven't you? Why don't you tell the audience what got you to where you are now?
It all started on the train when my mother was bringing me and my brother Werner to the Hubermans. He didn't exactly make it.
I remember carrying him in my arms, sending him to the conveyor belt of eternity. And if I'm not mistaken, that is where you stole your first book, The Gravedigger's Handbook.
Yes, after that my mother took me to a town called Molsching where I met Hans and Rosa Huberman, my mama and papa.
What's wrong with her? Salmenge.
Leave alone. Leave it to me.
It wasn't soon after I arrived there that my nightmares started to plague my sleep. Everyone was a reminder of my dead brother.
And I believe I know a little boy you met after that. Rudy, was it?
Oh, Rudy. He was always trying to kiss me, but besides that we did everything together.
Here.
How to kiss someone.
I think we're all dying to know. When did you steal your next book?
It was April 20th, 1940, the Fuhrer's birthday. I took it from a fire they had made in celebration. But someone saw me, Ilse Herman. Each time I brought her laundry for my mama, she would let me read in her library.
What happened next?
A Jewish man came to 33 Himmel Street. His name was Max Vandenberg.
On Superman, do you still play the accordion?
He lived in our basement until he was too sick and had to live upstairs. While he was sick and asleep, I read him The Whistler, and I brought him 13 gifts.
The Whistler. How did you acquire that, my dear?
When my mother stopped washing for Ilse, she offered it to me, and I said no. It wasn't long after that I went through her window and stole what was rightfully mine.
Rudy, where are my boots?
Interesting. Back on topic, what were these 13 gifts?
A ball, a ribbon, a pine cone, a button, a stone, a feather, 2 newspapers, a candy wrapper.
It was like a great white beast and it came from over the mountains.
A cloud, a toy soldier, a miraculous leaf,
The Whistler.
a finished whistler, a slab of grief, and that's it.
And did Max wake up? Oh, well, of course he did. I would remember if he
Mama
didn't.
forcing it down your throat?
It was very good though.
He didn't die, but he left later. It wasn't safe anymore.
What a shame. When was that, darling?
Papa gave one of the Jewish people going to a concentration camp bread. He was afraid Nazis would be suspicious. But when they came, they didn't come for Max. They came to take Alex Steiner and Papa to war. It was then that I got another book from my mama, The Word Shaker.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Did they live? Kidding! I already know the answer to that one, too!
Papa broke his leg in an accident and came home. Herr Steiner didn't. Rudy was so upset. On Christmas, we broke into his papa's shop and he tried on a suit. He tripped, and when I went over to him, I almost kissed him, but I didn't. I should have kissed him. Now it's too late.
But wait, whatever happened to Alyssa Herman?
She knew I was stealing. Not one book came unnoticed, so she left me the complete Duden Dictionary and Thesaurus with a letter inside. Dear Liesel, I know you found me pathetic and loathsome. Look that word up if you don't know it. But I must tell you that I am not so stupid as to not see your footprints in the library. When I noticed the first book missing, I thought I had simply misplaced it. But then I saw the outlines of some feet on the floor in certain patches of light. It made me smile. I was glad that you took what was rightfully yours. I then made the mistake of thinking that would be the end of it. When you came back, I should have been angry, but I wasn't. I could hear you the last time, but I decided to leave you alone. You only ever take one book, and it will take 1,000 visits for them all to be gone. My only hope is that one day you will knock on the front door and enter the library in a more civilized manner. Again, I am sorry we could no longer keep your foster mother employed. Lastly, I hope you find this dictionary and thesaurus useful as you read your stolen books. Yours sincerely, Alyssa Herman. Rudy didn't consider it stealing.
Ah, that Rudy. He always comes back into play, doesn't he? I remember the second time I saw you. You were with him, and a dead pilot.
We saw the plane crashed, and Rudy went over and gave the pilot a teddy bear.
Truly sweet boy. Tell me, why didn't you kiss him again? I kid. But wait! Whatever happened to Max? I'm just dying to know.
You already used that joke.
I can do whatever I want. I'm death.
Max, I'm here, Max. Max, I'm here.
You got me a few months ago. Carl, what's up with you doing?
Max, there once was a strange small man, but there was a word taker too. Is it really you, the young man asked? Is it from your cheek that I took the seed?
But it's such a beautiful day.
Is it really you, Max?
Yes, it's
Now, when did you start writing The Book Thief?
Frau Herman brought me a blank notebook. That notebook saved my life.
Now, Liesel, tell me, what's the difference between a coffin and an accordion case?
Now what?
A coffin has a dead person in it. Hey, I'm just trying to lighten up the mood. The poor boy didn't deserve it. It brought a tear to my eye. Then there was something quite odd, surprising even. Max had escaped me.
Is there a Liesel Memminger here?
Max?